Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Leo, and welcome back to Mystic Twinflame Tarot Psychic. People are actually running from you. And I know you've noticed. You may feel like people are getting away from you, like they're not as available as they once were. Maybe some of your solid friendships have suddenly gone shallow. Maybe in your romantic connections, people are backing off without explanation. You might find yourself excluded from certain events, certain gatherings, and you don't understand why. Let me tell you the truth. The reason this is happening is because you are in your level up season. And what's happening is you have people literally running from you. They don't want to be there for it. They're running from your ascension. Your ascension is so certain, and it's emanating from you in ways you don't even realize. But everyone around you can see it and perceive it. We have the Knight of Cups here, but he fell out in reverse. This is the sour note you're experiencing from people right now. It feels like folks are acting funny, distant. Maybe they're being manipulative, strange with their energy. You can't figure out where they're coming from or what's really going on. You're thinking, these are supposed to be my friends, right? You're literally having to ask yourself, aren't y'all supposed to be my people? You're noticing you're not getting the same response from them anymore. That's because they're running from your strength and your ability to dominate your environment. And I don't mean dominate in a harsh way. I mean you've been able to overcome. You've been able to turn a million negatives into positives. You've been able to take the trip, put the money together, make sure you and your children had what they needed. You've always known how to be resourceful, and people are suddenly running from this because they see it coming to fruition. Things have been slowly getting better for you. You may not have noticed how much better things are getting because in your mind you only see them happening slowly. But those who are watching you with envious eyes, all they see is that it's happening, and the happening is inevitable. You have been gradually inching toward that breakthrough moment. And now people are really starting to see that it's actually going to happen. You're moving toward it slowly but surely. You're making real changes. And there are people in your life, and you may not have noticed this until right now, who were literally trying to stop you. They were trying to hold you down, hold you back. I'm not joking. They were hoping to get in your way once they saw that slow motion progression starting. Once they saw you putting all the pieces together, saw all the bricks slowly forming under your feet, saw that you were about to reach some kind of level up destination. You were about to get the house, the car, your kids were about to get into that private school. You were about to finally take your children on that trip you'd been planning. You were finally about to get them into that program. Get those particular items for yourself. Get the computer for the business. All these different things that were finally going to take you from point A to point B. Baby, people have been listening to your plans. Plans for your kids, for yourself, for your business, for your family. They've been listening all along. Whatever you have in your life, whatever plans you were making, whether it was going back to school, putting out those recipes you wanted to share, something at church, whatever it was, people have been listening. And they knew how smart you were. They knew how well put together you were. They knew you weren't talking foolishly. When you opened your mouth and said, you know what, I'm thinking about, they only heard good, concrete, anointed planning coming from you. And people were shaking in their boots, and you just didn't know it. They were shaking because many of the people around you have experienced more karma than you because they've done more dirt than you. They understood intrinsically that it was only a matter of time before the laws of the universe balanced things out. That's the way life works. And they know from past situations that when those laws balanced things out for them before, they ended up on the short end of the stick. Things were not in their favor. They know this, it's happened time and time again. They saw your destiny shifting in real time. Someone was literally sitting back watching it happen. They listened to you make a plan, and they watched the manifestation unfold. As above, so below. They watched you say, I want to do this, I want to try this, I want to try that, and then they watched it happen. This person thought they had more control over you than they actually did. They thought they had possession of you. thought they had your mind going, thought they had their hooks in you. They thought you were stuck to them, not realizing that you were always a free bird because you were always sticking to the plans that were true in your heart. Whether it was starting to model, opening your own bakery, getting more involved in church, promoting at work, redecorating your living room. Whatever your plans were, you had many of them. You were saying, I'm going to do this, and gradually you were checking them off. You were getting closer and closer to that big breakthrough moment in your destiny. And this person, this masculine energy, was hoping they had enough control over your mind to slow you down. He thought his social skills and independence would make you listen to him, make you put him on a pedestal. He thought you'd see him as the man you needed, the one whose opinion mattered. What do you think about the school I want to send my kids to? What do you think about how I want to dress? He really thought he'd be able to influence you, keep control of where you were going and how you were doing it. He was thinking he could get you emotionally invested by making comments, saying different things, trying to steer you this way or that way. He really believed he could govern you into a position where you'd be so emotionally tied to him that he'd have a strong hold on your next moves. But your free will and God said no. You never budged. You never changed. Your mind stayed the same. You were completely unreceptive to this person's manipulative attempts to outmaneuver you, outcalculate you, get you to think about them differently, or see things a different way. They were never going to be able to do that with you. You're not even that kind of person. You've always been in control of your own life. What was happening, and you may not have fully realized it, was that you were in a standoff with this masculine energy over your own life. He was giving pushback when you tried to move in certain directions. He wanted you paying attention to him, listening to him, deferring to him. So the more you showed decision-making for yourself, the more problems you started having with him. Queen of Wands energy, he didn't want to see you standing there rising, passionate, laughing, building, glowing up. He was getting concerned. You were governing your own life. Queen of Swords energy, you were independent. You didn't care what he was talking about. When he would say things to you, you were cutting him off. You were like, I didn't ask you what you felt like. You were ending those phone calls, well, let me go. He noticed time and time again that nothing he said made any difference in how you moved forward. Never, not a single word that came out of his mouth. This man would sit there and talk and talk and talk, trying to act like he was giving you better ideas when he was really just trying to run your life. None of it ever worked. He might as well have been talking to himself. Four of Pentacles. This man was really trying to hold you back, and it was just greed. You had a few people around you like this, maybe up to 4 people, just trying to hold you back, distract you, play little tricks, get you focused on something else. People trying to remind you of past failures. I remember the last time you tried that. Didn't you already try the marathon thing? Remember when you got leg cramps? Are you sure you want to do that again? I thought you already tried writing that book of poetry. Didn't you say it conflicted with work? Aren't you still working that same job? How are you going to write if they still have you doing overtime? I thought your son didn't like that last private school. It was too rough for him. You're going to try another one. He doesn't seem like a private school kid to me. 2 of Swords. These people were strategically trying to block your path. It was a demonic move, plain and simple. These were people trying to get in your way and confuse you, make you question which decision to make. They were encouraging indecisiveness, and it was truly a crossroads moment for you. There's always a crossroads moment when we realize that people are indeed trying to encourage indecisiveness in us. Indecisiveness is such a destructive spirit, because if someone is double-minded, they will be unstable in all their ways. This was your time to make spiritual decisions, to defer to your spirit team, your ancestors, your trusted family members, and decide who are you and what do you plan to do next. These people were hoping to unleash the spirit of anxiety on you, what was once a clear path. I'm going to get my daughter to swimming lessons, then move to a house in this area, then branch out and do this. They were hoping to turn that clarity into sleepless nights, confusion, self-doubt. Maybe I don't want to write a book. Maybe I don't want to start teaching. Maybe this is all stupid. Maybe I can't figure it out. Maybe I'm just too weak. They wanted to put that spirit of self-doubt into you because they saw you about to hit your stride and they were scraping and scrambling to keep you from it. They were trying to become your burdens. Listen to me. These people know you are a person of faith. You hold your head high. You go after everything you want. You never back down. You're faithful to God, faithful to your dreams. You get up every single day and work on the same vision. Maybe your dream was to have a home filled with beautiful plants, and you've been faithful to those plants. From little seedlings to big, gorgeous greenery. People come to your home now and understand just how dedicated and strong your spirit is. They remember when you had 5 little plants on one table in the back room, and now they look around and see thriving plants all over your home. Positive energy everywhere, and they think, uh-oh, because they know you're an instrument of completion. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. You don't just talk about it. When you commit, you follow through to the end, and people are shaking in their boots. King of Wands, 9 of Wands. There's another male energy here, someone else in this situation. This person is hurt. Their ego was wounded. They thought they had dazzled you, and now they're hurt because they see you floating away. This person isn't talking to you as much anymore. That's how they're playing the game. This person used to be so passionate about you. They would say, "Oh my God, you're everything. You're so beautiful. I've never met a more beautiful woman. You're so artistic, your paintings are going to do so well. Your body is amazing. Oh, you're doing an art exhibit. You know I'm going to be there. You're singing at church? You know I'll be there." Until it was actually time for them to show up. Until they saw you were really going to do it. Then these people vanished. Oh, you're actually going to do it for real. Poof. Gone. These people disappeared just at the moment it was about to happen. 2 of Wands with the Temperance card. They didn't want to see your plans come to fruition. All of these people started acting distracted the minute Spirit said, "Okay, it's time. I'm taking you to the promised land." Suddenly everybody was busy. "Man, I wish I could make it, but I put cornbread in the oven and you know how that is." That's how they are. That's exactly how they are. 7 of Cups. The problem is these people's imagination. Some of them are prophetic, and they can see how big and bright it's about to get for you. They're moving and running off before your future gets so bright they need sunglasses. It's sad that the support isn't there. They're running before the vision becomes full reality, before it portals all the way into complete manifestation. They're running before there's no denying that you are the one. They're upset because they spent time howling at the moon, so to speak, howling at you and your vision, hoping it would be enough to pull you back the other way. That was always the goal. These people were hoping to put a dark cloud over your future. Your plans, your momentum. They were hoping to slow your manifestation, maybe even end it. Empress energy. They were trying to eclipse you with their own energy. Karmic community energy. Focus on us. Some of these people were doing it simply by trying to make you focus on socializing instead of building. You work hard alone. Maybe you sit up at night working on something. Maybe you're trying to get a promotion. So you work on graphs and charts after the kids go to sleep or when the house is finally quiet. After you've cleaned the kitchen, you sit down and put energy into your Bible study, your prayers, building your strength to manifest the next level. You do your spiritual work at night. That's when you pull out your books and read, light your candles, say your prayers. That's when you work on your business plan for a couple hours before sleep. No phone calls, just building. They felt that. They felt you building, building, building. They could feel it in your energy. When we build, there are spiritual elements to creation and architecture. Things happen and shift around us when we become the architects of our reality. And people can feel it. Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. People can feel you go from "I'm just trying, I have a dream, I'm offering it up to the Lord" to "we're outside. It's happening, they're calling me with opportunities, they want to work with me, they want my book in bookstores, they're giving me the distribution deal, they want to purchase the podcast, they want my recipes, they're inviting me on the show. They see the celebration coming. It's time to celebrate, and they see it approaching fast. It happened a little later than you might have wanted, but it happened. You're major, and everyone can see it. The confetti is already falling around you. They can already see the celebration, see you walking into happiness, see the parties, see the champagne corks popping, because it's coming, and it's coming fast, and it's making no apologies, and it's not turning back. Baby, it's your turn, and it's your time, period. And these people, they've been stagnant. They haven't been working like you've been working. Maybe they were sitting up at night trying to figure out how to work on you. That's the mistake karmic energies make. You work on projects, they work on you. It's backward and limited. These people are realizing now you were moving and they weren't. These were people you cared for, people you thought were your friends. Queen of Cups energy. But at the end of the day, those days of being in that network with them, Three of Pentacles energy, you were always on another level than these people. They were always beneath you in spirit, and you didn't realize it. You didn't realize it because you do well, you have integrity. You're always working on something, trying to carry yourself the best way possible, staying in tune with God. You assumed other people were the same way. They are not. Page of Cups. You have a good heart and you made sweet offerings to these people, but they cannot handle you. That's why you're by yourself more right now. These people can't handle you. The celebration is coming. Everyone knows it's your time, your moment. They can feel it on the horizon. They can feel it in the air. You will have one male friend, one male energy, who will show himself. He's going to stick with you. He's going to be kind and genuinely happy for you. He may be someone you've known since childhood, a childhood sweetheart, high school friend. He's going to be very happy for you. But the transition is coming. Death card energy, yesterday's prices aren't today's prices. The sun is coming out for you, and they're all running for cover because they don't want to be there when the tide turns. They don't want to be there when the price goes up. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you never miss a message from Mystic Twinflame Tarot Psychic. Share this with someone who needs to hear this energy today. I'll catch you in the next one.